Alright, picture this. You apply for a job. You're excited, maybe a little nervous, but ready. Instead of a recruiter calling you, a robot does. No small talk, no tell me about yourself with a real person. Just you answering questions to a machine. It listens, analyzes your tone, picks up on your pauses, and maybe even measures on how confident you sound. Then within minutes, boom, it decides if you move forward or get ghosted. No human recruiter even says your name. Now, some of you might think, wow, this is incredible. No awkward conversations, just straight to the point. Others, wait, what? A machine now decides my career path, my future? Well, welcome to the world of voice AI in hiring. And today, we are pulling back the curtains. What it is, why businesses love it, and why it might be just the scariest thing to happen to recruitment. And we are uncovering it all. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. So, buckle up. But before we go all in, let's talk about what the heck is voice AI in hiring. Think of Siri or Alexa. But instead of them playing your favorite song, they are interviewing job candidates. Companies are using AI-driven voice bots to ask interview questions, analyze answers, tone, hesitations, and even confidence in some cases, schedule follow-ups, and filter candidates even before a human recruiter gets involved. So it's basically speed dating, but for jobs. Instead of talking to a human, you're pitching yourself to a machine. No waiting for recruiters to call you back. No back and forth emails. Just instant hiring decisions made by AI. Sounds efficient, right? Let's talk about it. The pros. Why companies love this stuff? Well, number one is the sheer speed. They're faster than a caffeine-fueled recruiter. Recruiters, as we all know, are drowning in applications. A single job posting can attract hundreds, even thousands of resumes. So, if you're a hiring manager, there's no way you're reading all of them. But with AI, it's a different story. It can interview hundreds of candidates in hours. No scheduling. No sorry, I missed your call. Just pure efficiency. One company used AI to screen 5,000 candidates in 3 days. Their hiring time cut by 90%. That's not just faster, that's insane. And this is the reason why businesses love this tech. More hires, less waiting, and zero wasted time. Number two, AI doesn't get tired or have favorites. You know how humans have moods. Maybe the recruiter didn't get their coffee, or maybe they're in a rush, or maybe they just don't vibe with your energy or your accent. AI just doesn't care. It listens to what you say, not how you say it. It doesn't judge you based on your name or which school you went to or if you sound nervous. It's data driven. And in theory, that should mean less bias in hiring. In theory, hold that thought because we're going to rip that part apart in a bit. Number three, no more awkward phone screens. Let's be real. Phone interviews can be painfully awkward. Can you hear me? Sorry, I was on mute. Oh, can you repeat that again? With AI, no small talk, no fake laughs, no distractions, just straight up assessment of whether you fit the job. So for candidates who want to get through the process quickly, this is gold. Now the cons, where it gets messy. Let's start with number one. Where's the human touch? Look, recruiting isn't just about checking boxes. It's about chemistry. It's about understanding people, their quirks, their ambitions. It's about a recruiter feeling that you'd be great for the job even if you stumble upon a question. An AI bot doesn't feel anything. It can't tell if you're nervous but a rock star at your job. It can't tell if you're the right cultural fit. It just screens and filters. No gut feeling. No taking chances. Number two, digital bias, the Amazon problem. Remember Amazon's AI hiring back in 2018? Well, They built a system to automate recruitment, but it ended up biased against women. Why? Because the AI was trained on 10 years of past hiring data, and most of those hires were men. So naturally, the AI learned the most preferred choice of candidates were male candidates and ended up penalizing resumes that mentioned women's organizations or women colleges. Of course, Amazon scrapped the project once they realized about the bias. But here's the kicker. AI does not create bias. It learns from us. So if the data behind it is flawed, it mirrors flaws at scale. So when people say AI is objective, I'd say only if the data behind it is. And now, the ugly truth. Are we training AI to replace us? Alright, here's the point no one really wants to talk about, but we have to. So if AI can screen, interview, and filter candidates, how long before it actually replaces recruiters altogether? Let's look at the history. We said robots could never replace factory workers. Then automation happened. We said AI could never be creative. Then ChatGPT happened. So what's stopping AI to eventually handle 90% of the hiring process? Right now, AI is just a tool. But the smarter it gets, the less humans are required in the hiring process. And if companies can cut costs, they will. So the question isn't about will AI replace recruiters? The question is when. So, is this good or bad? Look, AI in hiring isn't black and white. It's not evil, but it's not perfect either. It's fast, it's efficient, it can reduce bias, but only if it's trained correctly. The reality? AI isn't taking recruiters' jobs yet, but it's definitely changing the way recruitment works. So if you're in HR or talent acquisition, you definitely must evolve with it or get left behind. Let me know what you think. Is AI in hiring a game changer or a disaster waiting to happen? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. Thank you for tuning into the Recruitment Curry podcast. This is Ketan Gajjar signing off. Keep learning, keep growing, and curry on.